Okay, it's June 3rd, noon. Um, yeah, I've set new buy targets for a couple of coins here, strictly based on how impulsive they seem to be getting off their, off that crash low, basically from the May 19th all the way, to, May 29th low, the month of May low, basically. Um, and these coins seem to have some of the best reactions that I'm interested in buying off of. And then from an Elliott account, ideally this is hoping for a 1, 2, 3, coming down for a 4, going up for the 5. So that's the play. And obviously on the converse side, across the board, we could just be doing easily based on looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin. We still are not out of the woods, absolutely not. This could be an ABC. That would be the extreme. This is also a high probability target for, a 3. So we start to get into the case of, this is a 1, 2, 3. That case is easily made right now. But you can't also ignore the fact that this, is an ABC. So, playing this range, probably tight stops below the 786, give this some room. Maybe some golden zone stops across the board. We'll see how aggressive this retracement wants to be. But yeah, I'm a buyer here. Buyer here for these coins. Here, Algo, I was trying to get in, but it seems to just keep going up and up and up. Again, like golden zone taps, like I'm ready to buy back in off, a move like this. But again, this is, we're not out of the woods yet. We're not even at 100% of this move. So this is very much still a possibility. This is an ABC. But I'm willing to make that play. Because if this is just an ABC, then that just means that, all we're doing is correcting this movement, and then we're going to have far more to go. We might be going down here. I don't think that's going to happen across. I think this stop is pretty bullish, and I really do think that we're going up, but I never want to discount the bearish case 100%. So, but yeah, these moves I'm liking. I like this bounce for ADA. So, again, I'm going to be looking potentially. I don't love this structure. This again, ABC, ABC. I'm not in love with it, but I really do like ADA, and that's why it's one of the coins that I'm willing to buy in on. Same with Ethereum, and I definitely want to be in Ethereum on this run. But again, the thing to watch out for is from this pivot to here, all we're doing is hitting this golden zone. So we're between golden zones right now. Again, I'm bullish, so I do think that we're going up, but I don't want to discount the fact that we are meeting resistance where you don't want to see it. Again, bounce off the golden zone. But I'll be a buyer on this, on the retracement of this structure. I also, let me get this out. This is getting a little messy, I think. Anyway, I'm aware of that pivot and where we're stopping. Let's get some of this shit off. So, this is the pull right now. This is the swing that I want to do. But I always do, like, until we make a new high, I like to keep the entire thing on. So, like, that's the 382 coinciding right with the golden zone. I do like seeing that stuff, and I like to do that across the board. So you'll, unless we've made a higher high, which we have in a lot of these cases. Yeah, we almost haven't exclusively in all these. Again, I'm liking this move. Filecoin had a nice one, starting to pop a little bit. So yeah, I mean, for the coins that are popping, I'm definitely interested in being, a buyer here. This is a good example of what I was talking about. So like from this pull here to this pull, this golden zone held. I still like to use these fibs predominantly until we reach the algo target. So like, yes, I have pulled from here to here, but I like this target is really, the 310. You know, between the 50 and the golden zone of this and the 382 of the main swing. Like, so I like giving that confluence. And I would, you know, in this scenario, I'd put a stop below the 786 because it's below the 50 of the main swing. So I wouldn't mind getting stopped out there. I think it makes it a little stronger. You know, some of these, in these coins that I do have positions in, I'm not necessarily, not being a buyer on some of these moves. At the end of the day, you know, if the whole market's going to go up, these coins will eventually follow. So it's not that. It's just I'm more interested in trading these coins that seem to have other interest. I mean, buyers are definitely stepping in for these coins, so I'm trying to target these ones specifically. You know, we haven't really had a pop here yet, although I really do like this consolidation here. I really feel like maybe I should put a little bit on. I like when it consolidates below the moving averages like that. I don't like when this 200 moving average gets up like that, because a lot of times what happens is it spikes up and then gets rejected hard and we get a new low. I've seen that happen a lot. In either case, though, and that might be a nice little scalp trade, 18%. Really do feel like that's going to get tagged. I'm going to make a note of that. So ETC, you know, noon. Let's see what that ends up doing, just to kind of check myself. Yeah, otherwise, you know, these are higher time frames too, but yeah, you know, they haven't quite got out of this 3-0 structure. This impulse hasn't really broken that. I'm not quite as interested right now. You know, I just kind of keep checking them to see if, you know, anything pops. Nothing seems to be doing, you know, much. So yeah, now we're just, you know, I kind of got my main coins that I'm interested in doing a little bit more buying in on, and you know, I would assume by the end of the week, you know, maybe the start of next week, sometime in the next, you know, week or two, you know, I think I'm going to get fills here, unless we just keep going up. In which case, it makes the case that this is a 1, 2, 3 even better, and I'll still just keep pulling this up and just being a buyer on the dip. The higher it goes, the more confidence, obviously, I have. So, but already this is high enough for me to be willing to take a swing at this. I mean, look what the risk to reward ratio is. I think I showed this last time, but like, you know, if you're a buyer here, your stop is below even the 786, which is probably where I would do it. You know, the target isn't this algo target. It is, you're still playing off the dominant swing. You know, this is where I think we're going, since this, you know, golden zone held. Now that is a strong wick, but it's volatile, you know, and then, you know, the bounce off of it, I feel like algo's stuck with that this is still held, in my opinion. But again, you know, this is a 10 to 1 trade. I mean, I'll take it all day. You know, and the higher we go, the more confidence that I have. So yeah, now it's just kind of waiting to see. Let's take this out. We don't need that kind of negative energy out here. Now we're just kind of waiting just to see what's going to go on here. By all means, Algo, just, you know, keep going up. I have a nice position down here, so it can go as high as it wants before it wants to retrace. I don't care. But yeah, definitely a buyer in on this structure. This looks nice. 1, 2. I think that 3 is not the shortest. I think the 1 is the shortest in this scenario. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're just putting in a 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, a lot of extensions in here. But anyway, this seems very impulsive. And again, you know, like, I don't want to bring this bad energy in here, but we're not even at 100% of the A, so potential A. This is very much still an, you know, right now an ABC. I'll still buy on the retracement just because I love where it ended, but I'm keenly aware that across the board, all we might be doing is just some sort of ABC, you know, and then coming back down. Maybe we tap this again. I don't know, or maybe we go down lower. All I know is I want to be aware of that scenario to make sure that, you know, I'm disciplined in where I put my stop here. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out and waiting. You know, yeah, I feel like maybe end of the week, start of next week is probably when I'll know more. But shit, you know, anything's possible. And if we start getting some fills, I'll do another video here. Yeah, 10 minutes, that's ideal. It's right where I want it to be. Let's see, any last thoughts? No, not really. I think it's still a little early for me to start putting pitchforks on. You know, I've been talking about pitchforks like I feel like in every goddamn video, but I still feel like it's a little early. This is probably, you know, if I'm making these kind of plays, you know, this is probably pretty nice. Yeah, that's containing it well. So yeah, like, you know, like starting to get a little bit more structure on, you know, that's timing now. Now it's just a matter of time. You know, I don't know when it's going to hit this blue wall, but considering it held there, I definitely want to put a little bit extra wherever that's going to be, you know, if I can. But yeah, this is probably a very good idea to start putting, you know, pitchforks on this move here across the board. Pitchfork, yeah, that's exactly what I should be doing, is putting the pitchfork on that. I don't want to do it in these videos just because it just takes up unnecessary time. But yeah, pitchforks here. And then I can also layer in, you know, a larger degree pitchfork. This pitchfork would be wrong right now because I am going off like the main, wherever the shit, you gotta go on the weekly to find where we were correcting. Yeah, I'd probably use the March low. You know, good enough for what I'm trying to do here. I just said I wasn't going to do this, but here I am. Yep. Yeah, that's a nice tag there. So, you know, that's... Oh, yeah, you do want to make sure these things are right on. And it's probably all fucky down here. Yeah. Little off. Alright, let's just for shits and giggles, let's see how that lined up. Yeah, pretty nice median line there. So that's a channel for sure. Yeah, I'll be using that. But again, I kind of want another mini channel here to better time my entries. This thing's a little, this is going to capture the big swings, I think, but it's not going to time my entry, you know, off this. You know, maybe if it coincided with that wall, I'd definitely be a buyer. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start doing across these coins, is start definitely trying to find some good pitchforks to time, you know, where my entries can be on this retracement. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. See you guys.